July 14, 2014, picking up Gracie. It's 8:50. Sorry, I gotta keep repeating these because I get in certain areas and my camera kicks off because somebody's got a scrambler around here somewhere, which you're not allowed to have. They're actually illegal, but sure enough, somebody's got a scrambler around here. You can tell because whenever you get to a certain distance, it'll cut the camera and cut everything out. That has nothing to do with Gracie's mom or me or anybody else. That's what goes on. Last place is busy today. Alright. And we are here to pick up Gracie. Hey Gracie, I'll take that out real quick. Oh, it's my... is 8:53.
And Miranda Lambert, their new one together. It's Kick FM and 97.kickfm.com. If you have not signed up, Florida Georgia Line fans, for our trip to see them live at Red Rocks Amphitheater near Denver, Colorado, do so. Head to 97.kickfm.com. You and a guest.
Mike?
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. My golly, I wish I lived in the southeastern portion of the city of Quincy.
Well, that'd be a good thing for you right now, but to be honest with you, it doesn't matter where you live here in Quincy. We plan on offering services that I'll tell you a little bit about here
Sure.
to anybody and everyone in Quincy.
All right, well, tell us about the services from Adams Networks.
Okay. Well, one of the things we've been doing for many years is rolling out fiber optic internet service to mainly the businesses in Quincy. We've been doing this for over 15 years now, and for a long time, business owners and people that have experienced it at work have been asking us, hey, when can I get this fast internet speed at my house? And, you know, I've always never say never. And, you know, we looked at it. This is something we've been doing out in the rural communities for 7 years now. And we've finally decided that we're going to bring it to Quincy, Illinois, and look at rolling out speeds all the way up to gigabit.
That's incredible.
We're looking at doing what Google's doing in some of the bigger towns, but we're looking to put Quincy on the map to be able to offer gigabit, make it a gigabit community.
Really, I mean, to the average user, gigabit means all the big difference compared to what they may be used to right now.
Sure. Well, one of the things, you know, as as the internet has grown tremendously in the service and offerings that people are doing with the internet, it used to be, just actually a couple of years ago, people would get on, check their email, do a little Facebooking, do some web browsing and so forth. But now what we're seeing more and more are people are watching Netflix, they're watching Hulu, they're going over the top with a lot of the video side of the house. And if you got one or two computers, sometimes that works great for you with some of the current offerings out there. But what we're seeing today is more and more people have more and more tablets. They have more and more devices at their houses. It's not uncommon for Johnny to be downstairs playing a game on the internet. Mom's upstairs doing something with Facebook. And then you got, little sister, she wants to watch cartoons, watch a Netflix video, and dad wants to do something. All those devices are chewing up your bandwidth. So as you get more speeds to your house, you're able to realize that, hey, I don't have to slow down. My internet's just as fast when everybody's on, just as opposed to when, the people that are really hitting the internet start to slow it down.
Right, and when people start grabbing more pieces of the pie, guess what? There's not much pie left.
There's not much pie left there.
Yep. Mike, for folks that are interested in the high-speed fiber delivery system from Adams Networks, how do we get a hold of you?
Well, that's great. Thanks for asking that. You need to go to followthefiber.net. We have a website set up. Again, that's followthefiber.net. There's a short little survey that you can fill out. What we're trying to do is gather interest. Again, we've started out in the Breckenridge area out by John Wood. And just as a side note, we're starting construction next week. So this isn't something that we're just talking about, thinking about doing. This is actually happening. So
wow.
What we're trying to do is what we will build to where the interest is at. But we've got to collect names and addresses and see where the interest is at. Then we'll follow up with people. And as neighborhoods come on board, then we'll continue to grow out with them.
Gosh, almost like the rural electrification days back in the 1930s.
Absolutely. Very similar to that.
Followthefiber.net. Mike Ritter with Adams Networks. Thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you.
Have a good day, guys. Yep, you too.
News Talk Live. Your hosts, Rich Kane and Greg Hobrecht, invite you to join in with your comments and questions with the Illinois Signal NTL text line, 440-1051. News Talk Live on News Talk 105.
Day 50, well, coming up on 8:59 here at News Talk Live.
If you got to be somewhere at 9 o'clock this morning, you've got a little over 1 minute to get there. Thanks for joining us for News Talk Live on News Talk 105, online at WGEM.com. We generally check in with the guys from WGEM Sports Center, but we don't have time this morning. This morning has flown by.
What were they talking about?
They've been talking about World Cup, of course. Germany winning the FIFA World Cup yesterday. That was a great performance by Germany. 1 goal scored in that game with extra time, and it was really exciting.
Yeah.
So enjoyed watching the World Cup. Also, not much to talk about in baseball this week. Major League Baseball on All-Star break. So we've got the All-Star game tomorrow night on ESPN 1440. There you go.
Gives the Audier a chance to heal.
He's going to need a lot longer than that.
I know. What did they say, 12 weeks?
Yeah. And he's an amazing player, so.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be tough for the Cards. So.
Peter Oakley's going to be talking about that again today.
Oh, we'll be hearing about it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thanks for joining us for News Talk Live. Have a great Monday, everybody.
Healthy Radio Diction in 6 minutes. It's 9 o'clock in Mid-America.
The talk of the Tri-States. WGEM FM. News Talk 105. Quincy, Hannibal, Keokuk.
From ABC News, I'm Doug Limerick. Over the past week, Israel has hit Gaza hard, around 1,500 airstrikes. As for Hamas, ABC's Eric Tversky is in Israel.
Hamas is believed to be launching 160 rockets a day toward Israel. A senior Israeli military intelligence official tells us one of the things Hamas has been doing is sending barrages toward population centers, just hoping one of those rockets pierces the Iron Dome missile defense system. A few have gotten through, but most are intercepted. And in 7 days of this, no Israelis have been killed.
Number of Palestinians killed by the Israeli attacks, at least 175. At this hour, Justice Department expects to announce that Citigroup has agreed to pay a big fine to settle the suit the government filed in connection with those subprime mortgage loans many banks gave out prior to the recession. How big a settlement? $7 billion. The government's objected to prevent banks from giving such risky loans in the future. Never-ending battle to slim down. New study shows stress can make you gain weight. ABC News medical contributor Dr. Jennifer Ashton advises us to be careful reaching for those comfort foods.
These foods are highly processed, they're very palatable, they're high in fat, they're high in sugar, they're high in calories. That's probably not a shock. What we now know conclusively is that they activate the reward centers in the brain that are the same centers that are activated when people use drugs. And you know, we can't avoid stress, so it's all a matter of coping. Meditation is a great way to do it, and if you're going to reach for something like Popeyes or Oreos, have a big glass of water first.
Normally think of Phoenix as being dry, right? You think but this week.
Okay. 9:01 and Gracie's still not outside yet.
Tractor trailer over onto its side.
Better that is parked that flip over than while you're going down the road and flip over. It could happen.
You're listening to ABC News.
When your Ford needs service, who can you trust more than your Ford dealer? Your dealer's factory-trained techs are Ford experts and use Motorcraft parts and motor oil.
Right now, get a $50 mail-in rebate on any Motorcraft brake service. And because Motorcraft is backed by Ford, you know you'll get the right parts for your vehicle. Taxes extra. Rebate by prepaid debit card. Pads or shoes on most vehicles. One axle. Exclusions apply. See participating Ford dealer for rebate details through 8/31/14.
Your carbon monoxide alarm may soon begin chirping every 30 seconds. This required safety feature tells you the alarm has reached the end of its life. How old is your CO alarm? If you installed it more than 5 years ago, it's time to beat the beep. Replace outdated units with a new Kidde worry-free CO alarm. The sealed-in lithium battery offers hassle-free protection for 10 years, the longest life on the market. Protect your family. Buy a Kidde worry-free CO alarm today and beat the beep.
The cruise ship Costa Concordia, no longer on its side just off Italy, has been refloated today, being towed to Genoa to be scrapped.
Officials say it will take at least 4 days to reach their destination. This coming 2.5 years after slamming into a rock, ripping open a 230-foot gash across the hull. 4,200 passengers trying to escape. 32 never made it out.
ABC's Lama Hassan, one person never recovered, an Indian waiter. May have seen the movie Captain Phillips, starring Tom Hanks as the skipper, kidnapped by Somali pirates. Seems those Somalis aren't nearly as active as they once were.
Off the Horn of Africa, the pirates called the shots for a long time. And just like in the movies,
they're coming in fast.
Their impact was huge, generating them millions. As recently as 3 years ago, merchant vessels were still easy prey.
This is not a real situation.
237 boats were attacked in 2011. By comparison, there have been only 7 attacks this year, and all of those failed. Greater force at sea and swifter justice on land means the bottom's simply fallen out of the pirate trade. Tom Rivers, ABC News.
One of the best-known pirates, Captain Hook, Peter Pan. Well, now an actor has been chosen to play Hook. New version of Peter being aired live later this year, Christopher Walken. Movies, #1 at the box office over the weekend. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, after good reviews, made $73 million. This is ABC News.
Does your furnace need repair? Your house need cleaning? Or maybe you're ready to update your kitchen? Big or small, whatever your home improvement need, log on to handyman.homeadvisor.com. Home Advisor is a free online resource with instant access to top-rated remodelers, maids, handymen, roofers, and